Zepu AI, now known as Z.AI, has just unleashed their GLM 4.5 model series, and its leaner sibling, GLM 4.5 Air. This isn't just another model release. It's a meticulously crafted powerhouse designed to redefine performance, efficiency, and accessibility in AI. And trust me, if you're even remotely interested in the future of AI, you absolutely need to hear about this. So, what makes GLM 4.5 so groundbreaking? Well, for starters, it's a testament to balancing raw power with surprising cost-effectiveness. At a mere 11 cents per million input tokens and 28 cents for output, it's incredibly affordable for a model that's performing at the very top tier. This changes the game for developers, businesses, and researchers alike. Whether you're working with complex reasoning models, developing sophisticated coding agents, or building high-speed large language models for real-world applications, GLM 4.5 is poised to become your new go-to. Let's dive into the specifics of this incredible technology. At its core, GLM 4.5 is a truly massive 355 billion parameter foundation model. But here's the clever part. It employs a mixture of experts' architecture. This means that during inference, only a fraction of those parameters are actually active, specifically, a mere 32 billion per prompt. This intelligent design allows GLM 4.5 to punch far above its weight, delivering exceptional performance while keeping computational costs and hardware requirements surprisingly manageable. It's an engineering marvel that brings high-end AI capabilities within reach. And Z.AI didn't stop there. Recognizing that not everyone has access to massive compute resources, they also released GLM 4.5 Air. This more compact version boasts 106 billion total parameters, with only 12 billion active. This makes it incredibly accessible, designed to run efficiently even on consumer-level GPUs with 32 to 64 gigabytes of VRAM. This is a huge win for democratizing advanced AI, allowing more individuals and smaller teams to experiment and build with cutting-edge models. But GLM 4.5 isn't just about efficiency. It's built from the ground up for agent tasks. This isn't just a fancy chatbot, it's a true thinking system. Zepu designed it to function like an autonomous agent, capable of step-by-step reasoning, utilizing external tools, planning actions across multiple turns, making API calls, and even controlling interfaces. Imagine the possibilities for automation and complex problem-solving. The model offers incredible versatility with two distinct modes you can toggle between. There's a thinking mode, designed for deep, multi-step reasoning, perfect for tackling complex problems. And then there's a fast response mode, which prioritizes speed, making it ideal when you simply need a quick, accurate answer. This hybrid structure is ingeniously built directly into the architecture, giving GLM 4.5 unparalleled flexibility across a myriad of use cases. When we say GLM 4.5 is fast, we're not talking about incremental improvements. Thanks to advanced techniques like speculative decoding and multi-token prediction layers, it generates over 100 tokens per second on their high-speed API. In real-world scenarios, they've observed it reaching an astounding 200 tokens per second. And this incredible speed comes with a massive context window. 128,000 tokens for input and 96,000 for output. To put that in perspective, GPT-4 typically hovers around 32,000 tokens, and Claude 2 goes up to 100,000. GLM 4.5 surpasses both. You can feed it entire books, massive PDFs, entire codebases, huge datasets, anything you can imagine. And it won't even break a sweat. This opens up entirely new avenues for large-scale data processing and comprehension. So, how did they train this technological marvel? It all began with an enormous 15 trillion tokens of general-purpose data for pre-training. Then, they refined it with another 7 to 8 trillion tokens specifically tuned for code, reasoning, and autonomous agent tasks. But Zepu didn't stop at traditional training methods. They developed a custom reinforcement learning infrastructure called SLIME, yes, that's really the name, and used it to run complex, long-horizon reinforcement learning sessions. Slime utilizes a hybrid training setup that cleverly decouples training and data generation across separate hardware. It supports both synchronous training for typical tasks and asynchronous rollouts for those slower, more intricate agentic simulations. It even accelerates rollout data collection using FP8 mixed precision formats, keeping the GPUs saturated and training incredibly efficient, even when agent tasks involve long delays or step-by-step execution environments. This level of innovative training infrastructure is truly next level. The model architecture itself is packed with intelligent design choices. Instead of simply going wider, as many large models tend to do, Zepu made GLM 4.5 deeper. They reduced the hidden dimensions and the number of routed experts but added more layers. This increased depth directly contributes to its superior reasoning capabilities. On top of that, they incorporated grouped query attention, partial rotary positional embeddings, and boosted the attention headcount to an impressive 96 for a hidden size of 5,120. While it might sound like overkill, these choices significantly improve performance on reasoning-heavy benchmarks like MMLU, BBH, and GPQA, all without compromising training stability. They also added a multi-token prediction layer to enable speculative decoding, which dramatically speeds up inference. Every architectural decision was made with a purpose: to create an exceptionally capable and efficient AI. Now, let's talk about the numbers, because this is where GLM 4.5 truly shines. When it comes to benchmarks, GLM 4.5 isn't just competitive, it's at the absolute top. Across 12 major evaluations, covering everything from reasoning and math to coding and agentic behavior, it ranked an astonishing third overall globally. That places it right behind OpenAI's GPT-4 and xAI's Grok 4, and critically, ahead of models like Claude 4 Opus, DeepSeek R1, and Google's Gemini 2.5 Flash in most areas. And this isn't just internal hype. These are publicly verifiable benchmarks like MMLU Pro, AMI 24, GPQA, Dow Bench, BFCL version 3, and Browse.com. In reasoning, it scored an incredible 91% on AIM 24 and 98.2% on Math 500. For coding, it achieved 64.2% on SWE Bench Verified and 37.5% on Terminal Bench. For context, Claude 4 Opus scored lower on several of those. And in real-world coding evaluations with 52 hands-on agent tasks, GLM 4.5 boasted a 53.9% win rate over Moonshot's Kimi K2 and decisively beat Qianwen 3 Coder with an 80.8% success rate. Its tool calling success rate? A whopping 90.6%, a full 6% better than Claude 4 Sonnet, Kimi K2, and DeepSeek R1. This level of reliability is absolutely critical for autonomous agents that need to interact with APIs and external environments without constant human supervision. The model also aced the Browse Comp benchmark, which tests a model's ability to act as a real web research agent. GLM 4.5 achieved 26.4% accuracy on that, significantly ahead of Claude 4 Opus and just a couple of points behind the top-performing O4 mini-high model. The benchmarks speak for themselves. GLM 4.5 is a top-tier performer. One of the biggest attractions here, beyond the sheer performance, is the price. Zepu is offering GLM 4.5 feed SAPI for around 0.8 Chinese yuan per million input tokens and 2 yuan for output. Combined, that's just 2.8 yuan total per million tokens, or approximately 39 United States cents. For comparison, Claude's API at 100,000 contexts costs roughly 30 yuan per million. That's more than 10 times higher. Even DeepSeek's R1 is pricier, and OpenAI's GPT-4. Don't even ask. GLM 4.5 is dramatically undercutting all of them while offering performance that's in the same ballpark, or even better, in several critical categories. This aggressive pricing strategy is set to disrupt the market. And this isn't just about cloud access. The model is released under the MIT license, which means it's fully open source and commercially usable. You can download the weights from Hugging Face or Model Scope, run it locally, deploy it on your own infrastructure, fine-tune it, or seamlessly integrate it into your own products. They've also included OpenAI-compatible APIs, and even made it plug and play with existing agent frameworks like Claude Code. This makes migration or testing incredibly easy for companies already using another tech stack. Zepu isn't just releasing a model, they're releasing an ecosystem. Zooming out a bit, Zepu's move isn't happening in a vacuum. China's AI industry is making an aggressive push into open-source development. Zepu is part of what local media calls the AI Six Tigers startups like Moonshot, Step AI, and Baichuan, who are fiercely competing by releasing increasingly advanced models to the public. Moonshot released the trillion-parameter Kimi K2 just weeks ago, and now Zepu, by dropping the largest open model to date with 355 billion parameters, is clearly taking the lead in this space. This open-source push is a direct counter to closed, proprietary models from the United States, like GPT-4 and Claude 3, which are completely closed and often expensive to use. By making GLM 4.5 free to download and incredibly cheap to run, Zepu is betting on network effects. If enough developers, researchers, and companies start building on top of it, it could very well become the new industry standard. And based on the benchmarks, capabilities, and pricing, they just might pull that off. They've also got serious backing. Zepu has raised an astounding $1.5 billion from major players like Tencent, Alibaba, and multiple Chinese local governments. They've received strategic investments from groups in Honghu, Chengdu, Zhuhai, and most recently, a $1 billion yuan, or about $140 million, stake from Shanghai's Pudong VC. The company is actively gearing up for an initial public offering, likely in Hong Kong, and plans to raise another $300 million to continue scaling compute and research. All signs point to them doubling down on foundation models, rather than pivoting to niche tools or vertical AI, unlike some of their competitors. And their roadmap doesn't stop here. GLM 5 is already in the works, and they're actively exploring multimodal models too. They've already open-sourced GLM 4.1 versus, which includes vision language support. So, it's safe to say they're aiming for full-stack AI capabilities. This is a long-term play for global AI dominance. The bottom line is this: GLM 4.5 is a serious contender, a major player that has just burst onto the AI scene with unparalleled force. If open-source models like this continue to improve at such a rapid pace, what does that mean for the future of closed, proprietary systems? The landscape is shifting, and the competition is heating up. I want to hear your thoughts on this. What do you think about GLM 4.5 and the rise of open-source AI? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this video insightful, please give it a like and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of artificial intelligence. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.